problem in New Mexico, food stamp fraud, and the latest case was an inside job. Good evening, I'm Dean Staley.
And I'm Jessica Goddard. Someone who worked for the state is accused of handing out EBT cards to people for a kickback. As News 13's Tina Jensen reports, the state now has a new tool to help them catch the cheaters.
These federal food assistance EBT cards can be found in the wallets and purses of 1 in 5 New Mexicans. They rely on the benefits to buy groceries. One of the people hired by the state to make sure those cards wind up in the right hands, a man named Joseph Martin Padilla. But according to a new federal indictment, in 2009 and 2010, Padilla used his position with the Human Services Department to create more than 30 fraudulent EBT cards under a handful of names, resulting in more than $90,000 in fraudulent benefits going to himself and others. The state's Human Services Department couldn't talk about this case directly, other than to say they regularly audit their employees, which is how they caught this case.
I don't understand how anybody would want to do that. I mean, why would you want to jeopardize your career over a couple $100s? I mean, I never get that.
Last year, the department's inspector general found $800,000 in food stamp fraud around the state, and that's just what they caught. Most of the cases involve people lying about their income or family size, or letting people use their cards in exchange for cash or goods. Sherman says when it comes to EBT fraud, getting in front of the problem means getting on Facebook, and not only by launching their own page. The department is going to use software that mines Facebook posts where keywords come up, things like EBT or sell. He says the department will get a notification of that post, and that person will see some kind of banner ad on their Facebook wall reminding them that fraud is fraud.
First of all, it's a limited amount of money, and it's taxpayers' dollars. And let's try to give it to the people who really need it, and instead of giving it to those that abuse the system.
Tina Jensen, KRQE News 13.
Now, the state says that they filled more than 1,300 tips about EBT fraud a year. That software that looks for signs of EBT card fraud on Facebook posts could also comb other social media sites and Craigslist ads in the future.